Hello everyone, I am Rana Mahfoodh Hamid, PhD researcher in Architecture Department in Oregon University. This is my presentation about the final assignment for the course Ecological Design Principles of Housing Settlement with Supervisor Khalil Samih. So, my articles about the eco-cities. The title is the Evaluated Eco-Cities Project Settlements According to the Ecological Principles. The presentation contains this is parts. In part 1, explain the abstract. Part 2, introduction. Part 3, characteristic of an ecocity. In part 4, we can show the research aim, methodology, and procedure. Part 5, practice, matrix, and the end is conclusion. Several attempts have been made to build ecocities. There are many standards and principles applied in cities to make them ecological at the level of urbanization, design, construction, etc., to call them eco-cities. In this paper, a comparison and evaluation of 7 models of eco-cities is carried out according to the criteria at the level of urbanization and design and determine the level of livability and ecology of the cities according to the environment, social, economy, and technology principles. Examples chosen for this methodology are Vatican Settlement Project in Ankara, Masdar City in Abu Dhabi, Resilient Mikeli in Finland, Solar City in Australia, Doktan Eco City in China, ARCH608 in USA, and the Zira Iceland Eco City in Azerbaijan. Ecocity is a complex issue. When we hear about the ecocity, think about the ideal work. The ecocity is the city which approaching from the utopia due to containing many criteria. The first target in the ecocity is the human and relating to nature, aim to healthy place with less cost, improve social life and develop residents, exploitation of natural material, and sustainable energy to save the environment and the next generations. Designers and the various specialties, as well as the residents, contribute to building an optimized ecocity. A collection of apparently disconnected ideas about urban planning, transportation, health, housing, energy, economic development, natural habitats, public participation, and social justice all comprised a single framework, the ecocity. On the other hand, ecocity contribute through the relationship between man and nature to the development of environmental culture and the advancement of society, including awareness of environmental protection and energy saving. Wang and Mel, 19. The characteristic of an ecocity. The idea of an ecocity is that it should be in balance with nature. This can be achieved through space saving and energy efficient settlement patterns, combined with transport patterns, material flows, water cycles, and habitat structure that correspond to the overall objectives for sustainability. An ecocity is composed of compact, pedestrian-oriented mixed-use quarters or neighborhoods, which are integrated into a polycentric urban system in public transport-oriented locations. In combination with attractively designed public spaces, integration green areas, and objects of cultural heritage to create varied surroundings, an ecocity should be an attractive place to live and work. Such sustainable and livable structures contribute to the health, safety, and well-being of the inhabitants and their identification with the ecocity. When the three-dimensional problem, environment, community, economy, will solve, then the architects will lead the change towards sustainability. That architects are three-dimensional problem solvers is central to the resolution of nonlinear spatial problem. Research aim. The research aims to analyze 7 eco-cities according to 4 ecological principles. According to the environment principles, which contain design and planning, landscape architecture, natural material, solar architecture, infrastructure, and energy. The second principles are the economy, which contain the cost and recycle. The third one is the social principles, which contain humanitarian, resilient society, and safety for residents. And the technology principles, which contain power supply, sustainable traffic concepts, and security of pedestrians. These principles impact the cities as an approach to design eco-cities and have particular collaboration for land use and can assure that fundamental processes of Earth's ecosystems are sustained. Research methodology and procedure. To achieve the research objective, an analytical methodology will be adopted using the ecocity principles to evaluate the 7 selected ecocities. According to these principles, the matrix is made for analyzing the case study depending on the design criteria according to the following procedure. Analyzing the 7 selected ecocities according to the environmental principles and to sub-principles under them: design and planning, landscape architecture, natural materials, solar architecture, infrastructure, and energy. Analyze 7 selected ecocities according to the economy principles and sub-principles under them, the cost and recycle. Analyze the 7 selected ecocities according to the social principles and other principles under them, humanitarian, resilient society, and safety of residents. Analyze the 7 selected ecocities according to the technology principles and to sub-principles under them, power supply, sustainable traffic concepts, and security of pedestrians. The comparative analysis of the ecocities. In this paper, 7 ecocities, which will explained in Table 1 below, will evaluate according to the principles of ecocities. Vatican Settlement Project and Masdar Resilient Solar City Doktan ARCH608.20.1.Rana, Zira, Iceland. This figure explains the 4 principles that used to comparison between 7 ecocities. Every one have sub-principles. When we use these principles or we input this principle to any construction or any building, the result or the output is to achieve an ecocity. These principles can we see in details in the matrix in Excel file, which compare between 7 ecocities in the X direction and the principles in Y direction. After comparison between the case study, we can result and conclusion many objectives. Architects are well suited to lead the change towards sustainability. The adoption of natural ventilation is considered one of the most important strategies for environmental design. The optimal design of residential facades contributes to controlling the sun's rays by reducing the surface area of the building and relying on the introduction of indirect lighting to the interior spaces. Adoption of formal guidance and efficient design of compact housing units, the use of local material and hierarchy in the sizes of space or areas, and the diversity of their shapes contributes to providing environmental comfort and social value to the residents. It is possible to take advantage of the underground to be able to isolate pedestrians from cars by design. Design and planning contribute to creating an interactive social environment for occupants by providing environmental, social, and recreational amenities in addition to safety, and these ideas will lead to building cities that have the principles and component of eco-cities. When the design is within the environmental limits of the local climate, it will lead to the rationalization of energy use during construction and during use. Environmental management is considered the most important component of eco-cities because it directly affects health and productivity. Finally, the concept of eco-city is an intellectual orientation before it is applied. Its target is possible, and the eco-city can be applied by creating an architecture that preserves the environment and its clean resources and ensure its community for future generations within the technological and economic capabilities of society. We propose 5 actions to develop the science eco-city according to Dali. Apply ecological principles to land use and land management. Explore ecological interactions in both pristine and heavily used areas. Develop spatially explicit models that integrate social, economic, political, and ecological land use issues. Improve the use and interpretation of in situ and remotely sensed data to better understand and predict environmental change and to monitor the environment. Communicate relevant ecological science to users, which included landowners and the general public. There are some thoughts about the method used to get the ecocity according to the principles of ecology. For example, when we use natural material, the main target for this method is suitable for the environment, less economy, the best social identity, and use technology. Will lead to make ecocity. Another method is recycling. The target is save the environment, less economy, develop society, and use technology. Sustainable traffic concept. Save the environment, saving security of pedestrian or social, use technology. All of these methods with these targets are make the eco-city when we put it or making this of the any construction or building in any level of structure. This is the references used in this paper. Thank you for your time. Best regards.